Hi everyone. No, you're not on Austin Daniels' channel. You're still at Bear Clooney's channel in Bear Clooney's cave. I'm just using Austin Daniels' videotaping technique. And today we are talking about three really beautiful pieces recently discontinued from Seiko SARB line. Well, let me comment first on the SARB line itself. It's a mid-range line, Japanese domestic market, and it's a beautifully crafted watches with a very reliable and good quality 6R15 movement, which is Seiko's answer to ETA 2824. Also, we need to kind of acknowledge one interesting fact. I think many people build certain aversion towards Seiko based on the fact that they are not exposed to Japanese domestic products. And many of these Japanese domestic market watches are quite superior in what they export to North America and Europe. SARB line, SARG with G at the end, SARX with X at the end. Those are some exceptional watches. And I think when we get that opportunity to get deeper into Seiko lines and get a better understanding of these mid-range yet highly crafted pieces, we start to understand the appeal that Seiko has on watch enthusiast world. Now, these three specific pieces, as I said, were just recently discontinued, and I thought it would be really cool, really interesting to put them together and talk about them, because I think they deserve that. They're truly wonderful pieces, aesthetically and mechanically, and I think you will enjoy this video. It might get a little bit longer, but what can I say? We are reviewing and talking about three exceptional watches. Okay, so let's not waste time. Let's go right away to Bear Clooney Watches Studio. Join me. And here we are at Bear Clooney Watches Studio, taking a closer look at these three beautiful, recently discontinued Seiko SARB timepieces. On the very right, we have a SARB033 on beautiful brown lizard strap. In the middle is timeless Seiko Alpinist SARB017 with its breathtaking green sunburst dial. And on the very left, it's classy cream white dial SARB035 on its original bracelet. And these three pieces perfectly represent what SARB line is all about. Those are middle range watches from Seiko, typically priced at $300 to $500, but they are highly regarded for their crisp and detailed craftsmanship for both dial and case. Not to forget, they're also very good looking and have the robust, high quality 6R15 in-house automatic movement for Seiko. Some people even went as far to say that SARB models can even beat Swiss watches double their price. Let's start by taking a closer look at SARB033. Here we are looking at the wrist presence of Seiko SARB033 black dial. This one is on a beautiful lizard strap with the deployment clasp. Wonderful piece, very versatile, and judge for yourself on its wrist presence. And we are going to take a closer look now at my Seiko SARB033 black dial. I put this beautiful piece on this attractive brown lizard strap. One thing you will immediately experience with this watch is that it is strap monster. You can truly change straps on it and reintroduce it to yourself over and over, making this watch just never boring. You will also notice immediately that this is not your average Seiko 5 sports piece. The case finishing is fantastically well made. Different levels of polishing are just impressive. And if you flip it over, you'll be able to enjoy the view of really high quality, dependable SARB017 movement. So if I want to say what makes this watch such a great value, such a great quality for the price, it's really 3 points. It is high quality movement, it is high quality well made case, and it is high quality dial. So what am I saying? Whole watch together, a really good piece. If we're looking at the dial and hands, we see that first Seiko offers two models. This is the black version SARB033, and later we'll look at the white version SARB035. In terms of legibility, this piece here is off the charts. It's by far one of the most legible timepieces that I have a chance to own. I call it Exploresque. This black matte dial and these indices and the way it's laid out is truly nice and legible, and also feels very classy and high end. We have a small date window at 3 o'clock, nicely framed. We have, as you can see, signed crown. This is something certainly not typical for watches at this price level. And beautifully curved lugs, which are polished on 3 different levels. So beveling on this, polishing on this, is just beyond the price range for this timepiece. Now, looking at the back, at this beautiful movement, maybe if we really want to be picky and look for complaint, it would be that it is hardlex cover instead of sapphire in the back. But that would be really too much asking for a piece at this price range. Now, SARB015 movement is quite dependable, good quality movement, and it is, as I mentioned earlier, Seiko's answer to Swiss ETA 2824. You're getting a piece with in-house good quality movement, with really good case, with exceptionally good polishing, with impressive dial at this price range. I mean, who can ask for more? It is truly wonderful piece. So I mentioned the top-notch legibility earlier. I think this is thanks to the design of the hands. Their sword-like design, which is dauphine hands, which also kind of contributes to this Grand Seiko feeling when it comes to these watches. Their tapered tips allow you to instantly read the time to the exact second. The minute and hour hands are slightly polished with a thin strip of aluminum in the middle. The gliding motion of the seconds hand is extremely smooth. Obviously, this is not spring drive or high beat motion, but it's smooth enough to tell you that the movement inside is not your average off-the-shelf movement. In the bright sunlight, the dial color slightly changes to the dark brown in the same direction of the light, making it possible to still read the time without the effects of glare. Conversely, at nighttime, Seiko's patented luminous paint glows brighter and longer, than your average fluorescent paint. At merely 10 minutes under artificial light, even shorter for direct sunlight, this lume can shine for hours in a total darkness. So, overall, a high quality piece, versatile piece, good movement, exceptional polishing, and truly watch to be proud of. Let's take a look at another piece. And here is the wrist presence of Seiko SARB035 on its original bracelet. This wonderful cream white dial, more dressy piece, which has the resemblance of Datejust with the heart of Japan. A lovely presence. And now we're going to take a look at the white cream dial version, my Seiko SARB035. It's just a good looking watch with wonderful dial. Many of the people ask me which one do you prefer. Well, depends on the mood and depends on the day. At the moment, I'm really intrigued by white dials. Now, you can see this one is on the original bracelet, which is not bad quality at all. It drapes really nicely. It's kind of brushed all through. It's a decent quality. It's not too clingy, too blingy. This watch is just a good looking dress watch. Also, as you can see, same as the other one with Seiko sign crowned. It's a high quality craftsmanship. I have to keep repeating that. Again, very nice, robust 6R15 automatic movement, and price that you simply cannot complain about. 38 millimeter, beautifully designed and polished case. Thickness is only 11.2 millimeter. Lug to lug width is 45 millimeter. Lug width is 20 millimeters, so perfectly sized watch. This breathtaking creamy white dial with nicely framed date display, sapphire crystal, dolphin hands with lume, index markers with lume, great movement, as I mentioned, caliber 6R15 with 23 joules, 21,600 vibrations per hour, and that's 6 beats per second. Manual wind, hacking feature, power reserve actually a little more than 48 hours, 50 hours, and accuracy about plus minus 15 seconds per day. And on the top of everything, it's a water resistance of 100 meters or 330 feet. So, I mean, if you're looking at this watch, if you're looking at this dial, it is just something I enjoy tremendously. This piece is a little more dressy, I think, than the black version. A little less maybe versatile, but more dressy. And I would say it's not white. The dial has a subtle hint of yellow cream colors. And I love how pretty the dial color is. It's got a brightness and a creamy color of that's very pleasing to the eyes. I call this dial my vanilla dial. The case is also beautifully crafted. This 38 millimeter case on this Seiko SARB035, just as well the SARB033 is sturdy and, as I said, only 11.2 millimeters thick. The big and wide lugs are curving nicely downwards, so it's holding it nice on the wrist in a place, giving it very unique look and slick looking profile. It's very comfortable to wear too. I mean, I find that. Very astonishing fact about the watch case is how the detailing and finish is done. Seiko makes the top of the lug brushed, while the top of the bezel and sides of the watch are highly polished. So they do this multi-layered brushing and polishing, finishing off the case in a very pretty, not to mention how detailed the craftsmanship of these Japanese are. To make it sweeter, the watch comes with a, as I said, 100-meter water resistance, and as you could see earlier, as on the 033, also open case back for us watch enthusiasts to view the automatic movement from the back. And this movement inside the watch is in-house movement. It's the middle range automatic movement by the company. It's typically used for their SARB line. Great thing about this movement is that it's also used in Seiko's mid-range diver watches. So it's robust, it's tough movement, and it's good enough to be fitted into watch that's designed to be used in rough conditions. So I'm definitely sure it will be up to task with a more mild environment than that feature SARB035 is used for. Now we can take a look next to each other, the cousins, the brothers, the black and white dial. I felt I need to have both. I felt they belong to be together. There's something about black and white Daytona being together. There's something about black and white SARB 033 and 035 being together. It looks so cool together. I would say this is the watch that makes many of us very sad for being discontinued. It's been popular for the right reasons, for the reasons of the great value and great quality combined in one. These Japanese domestic market timepieces are going to be never forgotten and loved in many, many years to come, simply for what they represent in horology. Great value, great quality, and timeless watches. Let's take a look now at the green beauty, at the Seiko Alpinist. And here we have a beautiful wrist presence of Seiko SARB017 on a Jubilee bracelet. That is from strap code Angus Jubilee bracelet. This beautiful 38mm size, truly wonderful green dial with these gold indices and gold hands is remarkable. Enjoy the wrist presence of SARB017 Alpinist. And now we are taking a closer look at the Seiko Alpinist SARB017. And the first thing that comes to our eyes is this sunburst green dial. So cool, so unique, so original, and in my opinion, it's just very, very attractive. Inside, as you can see, there is an internal inside bezel with a compass, and at the end, I will actually kind of show you how to use this compass. With just a single glance, we can see immediately that with this model, the Seiko returned to their alpinist roots, and this particular model has, in my opinion, taken all the positives that people loved in the alpinist line from Seiko. The alpinist collection as a whole has always been created with Japanese alpinists in mind. As up in the mountains, they need products that are thoroughly depending on. Having accurate timekeeping while out in the wild is essential, as the night can come a little bit quicker than you can expect. The additional compass also makes their lives easier, as they do not have to carry a separate traditional compass. Also, in the mountains, there's a lot of magnetic elements, which would make this using a regular compass not really easy to use. The 50-hour power reserve also has Japanese alpinists in mind, as most will go away to the mountains for a weekend. Now, this particular model of alpinist features a 38 millimeter case. That alone makes it suitable for a wide variety of wrist sizes. It's not too big and it's not too small. It's actually very elegant and thin. The actual attention-catching feature of this timepiece, as I mentioned immediately, it's a beautiful sunburst green color of the dial. The dial alone draws attention to the watch. Also the polishing, just like on other SARB pieces, and the quality of the case is quite impressive. Stainless steel casing is both brushed and polished, adding a layer of contrast to the timepiece. On the back of the stainless steel case sits the actual alpinist emblem, which is carved deep enough to see. And Seiko are known for their ability to manufacture durable timepieces. This particular model is no exception to that. It features highly scratch-resistant sapphire crystal, and at this price point, again, to have a sapphire crystal is quite impressive. Also, just ever-present craftsmanship. And then this is kind of unusual piece. It's kind of unique. It's not everyday looking piece. So besides the quality, besides the certainly good movement, in-house movement, great polishing, unique dial, you're getting something that's different, that separates this piece from many. And it's in my way, it's a Japanese answer to Rolex Explorer 1. The Seiko SARB017, as I mentioned even earlier, features caliber 6R15, in-house automatic movement. As with the majority of alpinist watches, this watch, as I said, features compass. The overall design of the compass feature is incredibly tasteful, in my opinion. It's really well thought of. It's not immediately obvious. It's subtle, and its simplistic design means that the watch has successfully attracted a lot of attention from watch enthusiasts with no interest in this feature, yet it is there and it is available. The watch also features a classical crocodile grain brown leather strap, which in my opinion is in a very poor taste and low quality. And I replaced it with the Jubilee Angus strap code bracelet. And now I'm going to kind of show you how to use the compass on this piece. I think it might be interesting for you. So let's do that. So I will attempt now to show you how to utilize compass on Alpinist. Let's imagine this cute, colorful, cubical thing is the sun. So it's afternoon, as we can see on the Alpinist. We are going to position it somewhere on the sky, and we will be actually utilizing sun position by pointing our hand toward it. But before that, let me show you internal compass, and we are rotating it by moving it right here. Now, the red dot on the compass is indicating north. We will be positioning south side, actually, so our hand will be in line with sun, and the south side on the compass will be positioned in between our hand and 12 noon. So let's bring the south closer to the part that we are working on. What we are going to do now, we're going to position our hand toward the sun. So that's the key. And we have to make sure that it is not in time-saving mode. Here we go. We're positioning now our hand toward the sun. The next step is to move the south on the inside bezel of the compass in between the hour hand and 12 noon. Once again, our hand pointing to the sun and compass south going in between the hour hand and 12 noon. And now we have positioned ourselves. The compass is pointing to the south, and it's very easy to orient from there. Very handful, very useful for the alpinist, considering that mountain might actually magnetize your compass and make it ineffective. I hope this was interesting for you, and this should conclude our presentation in Bear Clooney Watches studio. We are going back to Bear Clooney's cave. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you grew a higher appreciation of these SARB pieces and got a little bit of a better understanding on Japanese domestic market mid-range pieces. They are certainly worth exploring, and they can definitely be part of our search for a perfect timepiece. I thank you very much for joining me on Bear Clooney Watches channel. If you like this video, please don't forget to click like. If you did not subscribe, I would very much appreciate if you do, and join me on this journey. Thank you again, and have a great day.